Oh, about Christmas time we start baking and we do all kinds of things. Today we're going to make a cranberry bread with chocolate chips. It's going to have almonds in it, and it's going to have, of course, the cranberries. So we're going to get started here with 3 cups of all-purpose flour and a tablespoonful, and it sounds like a lot, but 1 tablespoonful of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm using a half a teaspoon measuring there. That's why I dipped twice. And 1 cup of, or it's half a cup, excuse me, of white sugar. And I'm going to put that in my mixer, and I'm just going to turn it on low just to mix that a little bit. Okay. And to that I'm going to add half a cup of brown sugar. And of course you want to pack that brown sugar into your measuring cup. And we're going to add 1 stick of very softened butter. I put this in the microwave to soften it, and I left it in there just about 20 seconds. And 2 large eggs. And we're going to begin to mix that together. And then slowly add 1 cup of whole milk. Now it makes for a fairly thick dough. I have 2 cups here, and in that cup I have 1 cup of the cranberries, half a cup of nuts, and half a cup of chocolate chips with a few little white chips in there. And they will tell you that this gets very thick. And then I'm going to put it into my loaf pan. And we're going to bake it at 375 for anywhere from 50 to 60 minutes. So it takes a while for it to bake. It's almost like a cookie dough, isn't it? You get thinking, you know, with all the stuff that's in it, it's like that. Make a really good cookie. For my pan, all I've done is I have sprayed it with olive oil and dusted it with a little flour. And I'm going to put that in there. It would make a good cookie, wouldn't it?
It would make a good cookie. If they didn't have dried cranberries, they could always substitute dried cherries, dried apple.
Oh yeah, dried cherries and apples would be good too. Okay. Into the oven. Oh, I was gonna make. Okay, it has been an hour and 5 minutes, 65 minutes, and I have here 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, and to that I'm going to add 2 tablespoonfuls of orange juice. I'm just going to stir that up. And we're going to keep adding until we get at the consistency that we want. We want it thin enough to spread, but not so thin that it runs off of our bread. That's a little too thick. Now you can thin that down even more if you want to, but I'm going to leave mine like this. And I'm just going to pour it on top. My bread is still warm. I'm going to let this sit until it cools enough to where I can cut it. You could cut it now while it's still warm, but it has a nice little tendency to break apart when you do that. All right, there we go. A nice little bread. Give it a try.